folks, with Tacitus Today, your pushback channel, and thank you for joining this audio radio live stream. In this essay, I'd like to talk about something it's just started to do the rounds recently, but you could see it coming along. You could see it sort of developing. It's a new sort of splinter obsession with equity and how to be as disruptive and destructive to Western society as can be done. It's falling into part of ESG and DEI, and it's being pushed now in academia and happily funded by the globalist giants, BlackRock, George Soros, World Economic Forum, equity groups in the United Nations, and so on. So we know that they're trying to make this a thing solely because it's destructive to Western society. Western society is unique in the social cohesion that they have, and this social cohesion must be destroyed if the globalists are going to implement and force their ideology upon us. And this is just another example or method or device they're using to fuck up and destroy and undermine the social cohesion of the West. So the argument goes like this, that there are LGBTQ, trans people, people that want to identify as a dog or a cat or whatever. There are all sorts of people that believe that they have an authentic self inside, but they're being held back from declaring that or asserting that true self, that authentic self. They're being held back from that by evil fascist Nazis who are everywhere. In fact, there's something under the table. Oh, holy fuck, Adolf Hitler's under the table. Get the fuck away, Adolf. I'm trying to do a video. Will you? Jesus Christ. Just show, there you go, proof there are Nazis everywhere. So there's this narrative that these people that are clamoring to show their authentic true selves, whether in society at large, but particularly the workplace. The workplace was really the bigger push here, certainly in the articles that I've seen around. And it's only really come up in the last few weeks. So when I first saw it, I thought it was a joke, but it's now a thing. Business websites are posting this crap. So it's getting serious. So there are all these trans people, again, people that want to identify as a cat or a dog or something, and they're all clamoring to assert their true authentic selves, but they're being held back. They're being prevented to do it by fucking white supremacy, by fucking fascists, fucking Nazis. Hitler personally is stopping them. So it's really social justice, because if you've got Hitler preventing it, then you're allowed to do anything to make sure it goes through, because Hitler's opposing. If Hitler's opposed, then you must push it through. You are obligated to do. So anyway, this is the thing now. I don't know how many people want to identify as dogs or cats or trans, and in what sort of workplaces we're talking about here, but the argument's running parallel. You can't deny someone, so it's argued, that you can't deny someone employment because the person sits in front of you at the interview and says, hey, guess what? I'm not only trans, but I want to identify as a dog or a cat as well. So if you deny them employment for that, because you may say, well, they have a mental health condition, but if you do that, then you're a Nazi. You're a fascist if you do that. So you have to give them a job. Once they're there in the workplace, if they say that they want to come out as trans or dress this way or claim to be a dog or a cat, and demand that you provide cat litter in the corner, if they demand that and you don't agree, that means you're denying their true self, their true authentic selves. You are oppressing them, and if you're oppressing, it means you're a fucking Nazi. So you have to not only indulge it but encourage it. The articles that I've seen argue that you should go around to and say, look, what is your true authentic self? Is it a trans cat or an LGBTQ dog or something? What is it? It could be, because you can be whatever you want, and we'll encourage you to do it, and we will fire anyone else in this business or this company if they disagree with you or think you're being silly or refuse to call you by your pronoun, we'll fire anyone. We'll make sure they never work in this fucking town again. Because you know what? If they don't accept your pronouns, that means they are fucking Nazis. So we're going to punish them. We're going to get them. We're going to seriously go after them. All the resources of the company won't be dedicated to, selling our goods and services to the customer. No. All our resources will be dedicated to punishing people, really fucking them up who don't agree with you calling yourself a dog or a cat or identifying as one. So they should be encouraged. They should be protected. There should be severe, brutal punishments for those who disagree or don't go along with it. So, and this will now be the new stand for equity, because if there's even one person in the whole world who wants to, dedicate their or come out as a trans dog or cat or something, one person in the world, and they're not allowed to, not only not allowed to, or not, but if they're not encouraged to, if they're not celebrated in doing it, only one person, then that means no one is free. No one's free if even one person anywhere. So all these brave social justice warriors are going to go to China, and no, they're going to go, okay, well, they're going to go down the main street of Eritrea or Saudi Arabia or something like that. No, not there. No, okay. They're going to wait until Ramadan, and outside of Mecca, they're going to demonstrate for LGBTQ cats or something. No, they're not going to do that. Why? You mean they're only going to do it in Western societies? This happens coincidentally to be the same place that the globalists are trying to impose the globalist agenda. What a fucking coincidence! Well, there you go. It's look. That's what it's just coincidence. There's no plan or organised attempt to undermine and fuck up the West and Western society at all. Just pure coincidence that they're only brave enough to do it in the freest, most accepting, most tolerant countries in the world, and then claim that those same countries are totally intolerant. I mean, wow. Talk about the logic of it all. But this is the new thing. So I think it's a new scam to be pushed in the workplace, particularly the bigger organisations, where they can all pretend to be morally virtuous by, right? And I think in the coming weeks there'll probably be the virtue signalling multinational firms, BlackRock. 50% BlackRock investment, and that'll be running around saying that, guess what, we've hired, look at all the trans cats we've hired this week. You've been with Tacitus today at your Pushback channel, and thank you for listening.